looking for the latest design trends to spruce up our spaces, and our next guest knows what's in and what's out. Please welcome back to the show our good friend Heather Fox from Fox Homes in Foxwell and Edina. Again, let me just get a shameless and worthy plug. Go to Foxwell because it's such a good store. Anyway.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to talk wallpaper in a little bit, but this is all hot trends, and let's start with textures.
Yes. Okay, textures are huge right now. And this has been, I would say it's been going on for some time. Now, when Jason saw this, he said, this is so 70s and 80s. And
right? Anybody? My mom who's the Dar, this is our house in like the early 80s.
Oh, yeah. 100%. And it's back. I mean, these textures are huge. We've got all of these baskets. And you know what's great about baskets? They are full function, right?
Yeah.
Like you can hide stuff in. As someone with kids, I have baskets all over my house. I don't want to know what's actually in them.
Yeah,
like
no, yeah.
Just stuff thrown in, right? But it's a great way to just kind of like clean your counter off, clean something off, just throw it all in a basket.
And this is right. I mean,
I know.
Dar had tons of these all over the place.
Yep.
And I would use these, I would act like they were trees for my He-Man figures, but yeah.
Oh, that's actually a fabulous idea.
Thank you. I know, I didn't even know I was a designer back then, but yeah.
You know what's cool about these two? You take something like this, a dried floral, and you lay it on a shelf with some stuff in front of it, and it kind of just adds a little texture. Yeah, so
See,
different ways you can use it.
You don't even need to prop it up.
No.
Okay, underneath the baskets, what do we have here?
Okay, so going global. Right now, all of these beautiful textures, they're coming from all around the world. These rugs are actually, I have all of these brought in from Turkey. I work with a wonderful vendor there who will bring in just tons of beautiful rugs, whatever size you need. These little ones are great because they work in front of a bathtub, they work great in front of a kitchen stove, an entryway, and you just get a little bit of color and texture. And guess what? All of these textures hide the dirt and things that come in too.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So it's pretty great.
And these are these all at Foxwell?
They are, yeah.
Okay. And I love, no offense to like the mass produced, look, I've gotten plenty of stuff at Target, but I love that you do actually get the rugs from Turkish designers. That's fantastic. I love that, yeah. Okay, what's next?
Okay, so blush. Blush is huge, right? Right now you're in purple.
Yeah.
We kind of match
We kind of do. We're in the purple.
But blush is huge. Blush is now kind of a neutral.
Really?
Yes. So people who are scared of color, I think that blush is a fun one to kind of bring in, add a little bit of color, but it kind of feels, you know, nice and neutral. We've got all of these things, these baskets. What does this bring? Texture, a global look, and pink. We've got it all together.
Every time I hear blush, I think of Steel Magnolias. Shelby, Julia Roberts goes, my colors are blush and bashful. And they're basically the same shade of pink. But yeah, so this is if you're gonna do a shade of color, this is the one this season.
Well, I mean, okay, so technically the color of the year is purple. The Pantone color of the year
That's
is
right.
purple.
You said that last time, yes.
Yep, and we do have lots of purples, but I think blush is still really just, it's a safer choice for people bringing it into decor.
And this pillow, okay, now we talk 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
My grandma, this is very, no. My grandma Mazak had, this is very 60s to me.
Yeah,
It's everything old eventually comes back.
It all trends back, doesn't it? All of it, yeah. So just keep all of your stuff in a closet and eventually it'll,
Mother?
Yeah.
No, don't do that. My mom's trying to get rid of stuff. So, okay, other trends like.
Okay, so this is what else is really interesting. We talk about interior design a lot, right?
Yeah.
What's popular in interiors. It's kind of crazy and fun to watch how that follows the actual accessories and like clothing design trends as well. They all kind of work together. So right now we have all of these like textures happening in bags, in hair clips. This is the other thing that's very 80s that's back.
What?
Cloth.
Banana clips?
Yes!
No way!
Yes, they are.
Holy Tiffany.
I know, right? So we have all of these kind of colors and trends and, you know, everything that follows the interior design. We also see it in accessories. We see it in clothing. It's kind of fun to watch, you know, how all of it works together.
Okay.
But again, blush.
Are you saying, okay, now that leads me to this question. Are you seeing, now, fixtures and cabinets are way more permanent and don't always move with the trends as quickly as trends. Are you seeing some of the 70s and 80s elements seeping in to your home designs and your cabinets and countertops and lighting fixtures. Are you seeing that?
100%. Tons of textures in cabinetry. Lots of almost like this bamboo kind of texture is happening within cabinetry. Caning, that very 70s, when you can kind of see through it. That a lot of that's happening. Lots of textures in cabinets, woods, it's definitely. And even, I would say, cabinetry being painted colors, we're seeing so much more of that right now, too.
Really?
And I think it's kind of a product of the pandemic. I mean, we all were in our homes so much, right? We were just there a lot. And all of a sudden, people were like, I don't really care what's trendy necessarily. It's what you love and what you want to see and look at every single day.
Well, and I remember growing up, again, referencing Dar, you never wanted to paint the wood. Ooh, you never, but now people don't, now they do. Now they're painting the wood just for something. Last question, home design wise. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of brass and gold still.
Yes.
Are we, brass and gold still for fixtures?
It really still is it, but we're starting to see chrome trend back.
Chrome is coming back.
Chrome is coming back. But I think actually though, the great thing about metals right now is that everything works. They all work together. This bright, more like gold works, right? Brass that's a little bit more brushed and looks aged still works. Chrome, matte black, honestly, it's all working and it's all working together, which is cool.
Love it. Heather Fox, everybody. Now when we come back, so we have texture, we have rugs, we have pillows, we have banana clips.
Yes.
But when we come back, how about something else coming back from the 70s and 80s? Wallpaper. The audience, not so sure. Heather will convince you when we come back. Back in a moment. Not sure about the wallpaper. Welcome back. Heather Fox from HGTV is still with us, and we're in, again, the store, Foxwell, go, go, go. Okay, now we're talking wallpaper.
You're skeptical.
I am skeptical, and so is members of our audience. So let me just start with this question. It's a big decision to make, right?
It is, yeah. Okay, so first of all, you have to decide your style, right? Not everybody's going to put this in their house, right? This is wild.
Yeah.
It's really fun. I love it, but it's a little wild. But maybe something like this, just some nice gold, kind of a repeating pattern, feels a little bit more comfortable.
Something,
you gotta just decide what your style is.
And my feeling is too, I have a friend that did paint on every wall, and she had a little bitty wall around a main window. So she could take a chance on something bold like this because it wasn't an entire large wall. And I gotta tell you, it works. And I look at that wall immediately when I come in.
I love it. You've got it. That's exactly it, right? It is just an accent oftentimes. So I love to do an area behind a bed, one wall in a laundry room, one wall in a half bath. It doesn't need to be the whole room. So the accent, and like you said, it's really fun too if you take, say, this is your wallpaper here.
Yeah.
And then you paint match this color or this color, paint the rest of the walls It's so fun, makes such a pop.
I'm seeing that, you know where I'm seeing a lot of fun wallpaper? Restrooms in restaurants.
Right?
I'm not kidding.
No,
I'm
so
a big one. I love looking at restrooms.
Me too.
I think you can tell a lot about it.
Oh
but
my gosh.
But there's such fun wallpaper. Now let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Jeff and I were wondering this. I remember, I can picture, because I was a kid and she didn't make me help her, thank goodness, but my mom was putting up wallpaper and it seemed like the biggest pain in the butt in the world. Has 2022 wallpaper any better?
Okay, so here's what I'll tell you.
Okay.
2022 wallpaper is a lot better to remove. It's way easier. So say you put something up and you decide you're not loving it, you need to take it down, it actually comes off really well. Part of the reason why is because wallpaper of the old days, they would just put right on the drywall. So then you take the wallpaper off, it takes the drywall right with it.
Yeah.
Now, there's sizing, putting behind. They do a different process so that it doesn't attach right to the drywall. So taking off, much easier. I'm gonna be honest, putting it up, still, it requires it's a bit of a pain. And you have to be precise. But here's the thing, I think that if you're going to invest in wallpaper, because it isn't really super inexpensive, right? You're probably gonna pay, by the time you do install and by the time you're buying the wallpaper, $500 to $1,000 to do it. So you have to be committed to what you're doing, and I think hire a professional.
Really?
I feel like it's just worth it. It really is. Yeah.
And if you're going to go for it,
you're
and you
gonna go
also
for
said
it.
one of your rules or one of your tips, consider the size of your room, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you have a huge room and a really big wall, maybe you don't want to do that whole wall, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you just want to make a little accent or just do halfway up the wall, paint the bottom. There's different things you can kind of do. Here, this one was a ceiling installation.
Oh.
This was one of our awesome homeowners. She did this herself. I think that ceiling wallpaper would be by far the most challenging to install. So kudos to you, Susan. You did awesome.
Susan did that by herself?
I know, right?
Susan, were there some margaritas involved that day? That was way to go, Susan. Oh,
And
now
then-
this is cool.
Isn't that fun? So then this was a client, Jean. She wanted something fun and bold. She has a smaller space, so this was perfect because it's just one color, but it still feels like it. You know, it has some boldness to it. This is Drop It Mod. This wallpaper, super fun site.
I see. I'm totally down. I thought I would be anti-wallpaper, but one wall.
Yeah?
I got to tell you,
Okay.
I'll make Colin do it, but I'm totally on board. Yeah.
All right, I think it's design makeover for Jason's home.
I have a wall that I
Let's
think
do
we
it.
should do.
Okay.
Like you can supervise.
Yep, I got
if
you.
you'd like-
I'm not going to put it up, but I'll help you choose.
No, you can supervise the gays trying to put up the wallpaper. I mean, that's be a great episode
Yeah,
of your
just
show.
like this.
We'll need a lot of that. Absolutely. Oh, I like this one.
Oh, aren't they
Look at
fun?
This one, audience. That's
So,
really. Don't you like that?
Jupiter 10, this
Yeah.
is a brand
I like that.
out of the UK. They have a ton of geometric patterns, tons of colors, lots of fun patterns. These are great too for one wall accents, just because it's like, you know, you get a little pop. You don't want it to be in the whole room. You might get dizzy. But, you know,
I don't want to do
one wall
that.
is great.
Especially after a long night. But this one. Okay, I want to get this one. This one might be the one. Colin, look at that. We might do that one. There we go. Give it up for Heather, everybody. For more information, visit her store, Foxwell in Edina, or go to foxwell.com right there at the bottom of your screen for details. You can also check out her reality website, foxhomes.com.